All right. Hi, everybody. I'm Coach Michelle. I am pediatrician and founder of Mindful Marathon, where I help make running easy and fun for busy professionals. And today I have a very special guest with me, Dr. Jarita Hagans. She is a board certified family physician, foodie, gardener, and author. She attended Howard University in Washington, D.C. for undergraduate and for medical school. And afterwards, she completed a surgery internship at Carilion Roanoke Memorial Hospital in Roanoke, Virginia. Eastern Virginia Medical School at Portsmouth Family Medicine is where she received her family medicine training. And after residency, she practiced medicine at a community clinic in post Hurricane Katrina, New Orleans, and developed a love for cooking, gardening, and natural remedies. She is rolling all of these passions into an online meal prep business for busy professional women and a soon coming brick and mortar family practice office in Washington, D.C. So, Dr. Jarita, thank you so much for joining us.
Yeah.
So, nutrition for runners is a really big topic, and Dr. Jarita is going to give us some options to fuel ourselves appropriately, especially after a workout. And she's going to do some cooking with us, which is very exciting. So, take it away, Dr. Jarita. I love your kitchen.
I hope you're hungry because I'm gonna be showing a lot of food.
I love it.
I'm not a runner anymore, but I used to be a runner. I ran track when I was in high school. I
Love it.
ran the 800, the mile, and the 2 mile.
Oh my goodness. Okay, all right. Short and fast. I love it.
Mhm. Yeah. So one of the things that you're trying to do as a runner is you're trying to get some protein and you're trying to get some carbs before you exercise. So you can do that in a lot of different ways. If you have a couple of hours before you exercise, then you can have like a whole meal with like chicken and rice and vegetables or salmon and potatoes and vegetables. But if you're getting ready to exercise right away, you don't want to be throwing up because you have a full stomach. So you're gonna
Yes.
do something light before you run. So you can do trying to do a carb and a protein basically. So you can do a piece of fruit with some peanut butter on it, or you can do get your protein from some yogurt and put some granola with some dried fruit, cranberries, and raisins and whatnot in it. But today, what we're gonna do to get our carbs and protein, we're gonna do a smoothie recipe. So the ingredients are really simple. It's a banana. My banana is like
It's perfect for the smoothie.
so it's gonna be sweet, and then gonna put some pineapples in it for some extra
Ooh.
sweetness, and then the spinach. Now, some people are like, it's green, it's gonna taste like grass, but it really doesn't. Like once you blend it with the fruits, it really tastes like a fruit smoothie. It just has the added benefits of the iron and the vitamins from the spinach. So let's start making this. Let me turn my camera down so
Okay.
you can
I
get
like
a
to sneak spinach into mine as well. I was hesitant to try it at first, but you really can't taste it.
yeah.
It just kind of blends with the fruits.
I'm gonna put a few pieces of pineapple in here, not a whole lot because I don't want it to be overly sweet because my banana is pretty ripe. So gonna get some sweetness from that. I'd be making a much bigger one if this was for breakfast, but right before exercise, I'm kind of making a smaller one because you
Mhm.
don't want stuff sloshing around in your stomach when you're running.
Exactly. Do you have a special blender or like a Ninja?
I have a NutriBullet
Okay.
and I pretty much use it for everything. I probably need to get a new one. It's kind of one that's vacillating.
It's okay. I have like an old fashioned blender and I really would like to get something that would chop it a bit better.
Yeah, the NutriBullet is your friend. Okay. And then for the protein part of it, I'm just gonna put some almond milk in there. If I was making it for breakfast or something, I'll probably just fill it with water.
Okay.
But since we're running, or this is going to be for runners, we're going to use the almond milk as protein.
Okay.
If you are allergic to almonds, you can use some other substitute, like you can use some yogurt for your protein and maybe add a little bit of water if people are allergic to nuts. Okay, so everything's in here,
So you
and
just throw it all in.
yeah. If I had some fruits that weren't necessarily as sweet, I might add a little dollop of honey, but I think this is gonna be sweet enough. So let me just blend it real quick. Plug your
Okay.
ears.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, that was super
Yeah.
fast.
It's really fast. I love this NutriBullet. I'm not sponsored by NutriBullet, but I probably should be. I
We
told
could
you I
work on
couldn't
that
say
next.
it.
That's okay.
Okay, so
Oh,
this is the
yeah.
smoothie.
Okay.
That is good.
Now, see, I wish I was there. I can't taste it. Maybe I should have been making my own over here, but it would have taken me like twice as long. But it's okay.
Yeah, that's really good.
That looks awesome.
Mm.
Oh, thank you. Okay, that looks so good, and it was very easy. Just throw it all in.
Yeah, so that's your pre-workout.
Okay.
Okay, now let me heat up the pan for our post-workout meal. And we're kind
Okay.
of doing some protein once you finish exercising so you can build the muscles back, muscle fibers back that you pulled. And then we're also trying to kind of get some water and electrolytes back in our system. So what we're going to make now is some salmon and put it on a wrap and put some raw spinach on it and put some hummus in there too for some extra protein.
Oh, that sounds really good. Okay. All right. I love
So I'm gonna
it.
go turn the oven on and put some well, turn the olive on and put some olive oil in the pan.
Okay.
Okay. I'll take you over there to the stove with
Oh,
me.
okay. All right.
Once we season the salmon. So I just have like a thin piece of salmon here. It's not gonna take that long to cook. And there's skin on the other side. Some people don't like salmon skin. I guess you could peel it off if you don't like it, but I like crispy fish
Yeah.
skin. So I'm gonna leave it on.
I kind of pick it off, but my husband loves it. He eats it.
I
He
eat it too.
Yeah,
My
yeah,
husband takes
he eats
it off.
it. And I'm always like, I don't know about that, but I do cook it all on there though.
Okay. So let me move some of these other things to the side and then I'll show you what I'm seasoning the salmon with. So
Okay.
basically, I put the same thing on almost everything as like a basic seasoning, and then I may add some stuff. So my main seasons are four things: garlic powder, onion powder, sea salt, and some black pepper. So
Okay.
I'm gonna go
Easy.
ahead and put that on the salmon, and I'm gonna season it on both sides. And this salmon has been sitting out. I had it in the freezer, so it had to defrost. But even if I didn't have to defrost it, I would have taken it out of the refrigerator and kind of let it come to room temperature because it'll cook more evenly then.
Oh,
And the
that's a really
salmon
good
gets
tip. I never do that. Okay, all right. I buy
okay.
a lot of the frozen pieces, so I can take them out as we need, but that's great. So we got to get it to room temperature.
Yeah, if
Okay.
you can, if you have time.
Yep. Yeah, usually we're always rushing, of course.
Yeah. And then, so we've got our salt and pepper, just putting on some onion powder. And then the garlic powder. Okay, and then other thing that I like to add when I'm cooking fish is some kind of herb. Sometimes it's different things. Pretty much anything is gonna taste good on here. Any kind of dried herb, dried parsley, tarragon, dried
Mhm.
chives, whatever you want, whatever you have laying around.
Okay.
Some kind of dried green herb to go along with that basic seasoning.
I like thyme. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's yummy. But you're right. Sometimes it's whatever is laying around or whatever you feel like.
Yeah, you think you're gonna cook with one thing, and then you go look and you're out of, and like, I'm not going to the store.
Yep.
So I'm seasoning both sides
Okay.
because when we put it in the pan, we're gonna put it in inside down.
Oh, okay. All right. You have your pan heating on like a medium heat over there?
Yeah, it's a medium heat, so mine has numbers on it. It's like 6.5 out of 10.
Okay.
Yeah. You have no idea how hungry I am.
Well, it's making me hungry. I don't know if everybody can hear my stomach growling, but watching you do that is making me
So,
hungry.
and then what I'm gonna do at the end is put a little honey mustard sauce on it to give it like a little extra kick. You don't have to do this if you don't like that. And it's not really any real recipe. We're just gonna put like equal parts mustard and honey
Hmm.
and mix it together. But I'm not putting it on there now. I'm putting it on there at the end so it can kind of create a glaze.
Oh, okay.
Normally, if I'm making a bigger piece of salmon and kind of cooking for the family, I'll cook the salmon on top of the stove and then put it under the broiler to create this
Mhm.
crust. But if we're doing this for runners, you don't have time to do all that. You're trying to eat something
Okay.
quick. You're coming home from the gym, you're coming home from your run, and you need to make something quick because you're starving.
Okay.
So we're just gonna set this little quick
Oh,
honey
yeah, yeah.
mustard sauce to the side. We didn't measure it. We just
Yeah,
kind
I
of
love
did
that.
equal parts of each. Nobody has time for measuring.
Yeah, just throwing it together. This is how
Yeah,
we're rolling.
yeah. Okay, let's go over to the stove. I think
Okay.
probably our pan is hot now.
Okay.
Let's see. Let me make sure you guys can see what I'm doing.
Yeah, that's good.
Okay. Can't tell if you can see my pan or not.
Yeah, yeah. Hmm.
Okay. This is hot. The oil is kind of getting a sheen on it as you turn around the pan. So that's how you can tell that it's hot. And then, like we said, we're going to go skin side down into the pan. And hopefully, if it's hot enough, we'll hear a big sizzle.
Okay.
Get
Oh,
in
yeah,
there.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yay.
So that's sizzling and
Okay.
it's going. Let me bring the wrap and the spinach and everything over here, and we can kind of prep that while this is sizzling. Hopefully, not
Okay.
get popped by this olive oil.
Perfect.
So, what do you tell people starting out as a run coach? Like, do you talk to them about nutrition?
Yeah, yeah. I mean, the biggest thing is that we kind of make, any diet work, whether they are meat eaters or not, but we're always trying to get in at least a little bit of protein and carb after the run, even if it's an easy one. So I'm always looking, like, smoothies are great if you have the means to do it, like you can get in a lot of things quickly. um, but yeah, I always struggle with, like, a lot of people are like, is there any specific diet to follow? And the answer for me anyway is no. Like, I pretty much eat everything and
Okay.
cook everything. I limit my red meat, but other than that, and try to limit, like, processed foods and flour and sugar and that kind of stuff, but, like, just broad generalization.
Okay.
Yeah.
I remember when I used to run track, I just felt lighter when I wasn't eating heavy meats like pork and
Yep.
beef. At one point, it had been so long since I had had any of that. I was at a track meet and they had like some snack stand, and I smelled a hot dog cooking, and I was like
Yeah.
nauseous.
Yeah, we don't really eat a lot of, well, yeah, I don't really eat pork either. I would say it's mostly like chicken and fish and a lot of like vegetarian dishes. We're plant forward. How about that?
Yeah, I like that. Plant forward.
Plant forward.
So what we're looking to see, let me turn this down a little bit because my oil is smoking. But what we're looking to see is for the halfway up the fish to kind of turn white from the super pink to white, and then we'll know that it's time to turn over. I'm just gonna peek at it a little bit though.
Okay.
With my spatula. I think I let my oil heat up a little bit too long. Well, yeah, it's getting kind of brown, so let's flip it. Let me move it over here so you can see it when I flip it.
Okay. Oh, wow. Okay. All right.
Super brown on the other side.
Mm-hmm.
But
that was
I'm
only a couple
for,
of minutes. That was pretty fast.
Yeah, I'm watching for the dark pink to go away and for most of it to turn to this light pink.
Yep.
Can you see that?
Yep. Got it. Okay.
Okay. So this is gonna be done in like a few seconds. So let me get this wrap together while I'm running my mouth. And this is just some store-bought hummus. This is garlic hummus, so it has some garlic in the center of it. And garlic is chickpeas, so you're getting protein from that after you run. It smells so good.
I love hummus. Oh.
Use some hummus as opposed to using like mayonnaise or whatever.
Yep. And with your 1 bag of spinach, you can put some in your smoothie and then some in your wrap. It's perfect.
Yeah. So you just have the wrap there, and you can get a wheat wrap. I just didn't have a wheat wrap. Wheat wrap will probably be better for runners. It's like a complex carb instead of a simple carb. But I just used what I had today.
Yeah, no, that's great. That's great. And the spinach is great. Like it's got the iron and potassium too. So it's great, even more so than a banana. Oh, I see is that a puppy?
And then spreading some spinach across here. And
Yep.
then the salmon is done. I'm gonna put that on a cutting board and slice it and put it into the wrap.
Oh, it looks so good, and it was so fast.
Yeah. Oh, honey mustard sauce. I almost forgot it. Let me put that on there. Just a little extra added flavor, and we can kind of turn it back over and let it caramelize for a few seconds. Okay. But you really have to watch this step if you're going to do this, because the sugars that are in the honey can burn if you leave it down too long.
Okay.
This is going to be so good.
There are so many little tips here. I'm gonna have to rewatch it and then write it down.
So I'm just putting that on the meaty side instead of the skin side, and then I'm gonna flip it over.
Okay. Oh, wow.
So actually, I'm gonna take it off the aisle and let it do its thing back there.
Perfect. Yep. Yep.
Okay.
That's awesome.
Really quick, and I'm
So
really
quick.
hungry.
That's great. If you do it in the oven with the broiler, like how much more time would that add? Maybe like another 10 minutes? Like if you want to put the glaze on and...
Yeah, well, not even 10 minutes. The broiler, if you have it on high where it's like 400 degrees or something, you really have to watch it because it'll start caramelizing super fast. And I have been like on the verge of burning stuff and it's smoking before because I walked away from it. So less than 5 minutes to caramelize it in the oven. But if you're coming home, you don't necessarily want to like be heating up the oven and doing all this kind of stuff.
Yeah.
So there it is. Woo!
Oh, it looks good. Oh,
You try to flip it up so you can see it.
oh yeah, that looks amazing. Delish.
Yeah. Okay, let's get it on the cutting board and try not to drop it on the floor.
Okay, all right. Otherwise, your dog is going to get it.
The dog is lurking.
Yes, I saw.
Yeah, and she's hoping that I drop it on the floor so she can get it. Okay. Let's see. Let's get it in.
Oh, that looks so good.
Yeah.
Okay, all right.
I don't know when they're gonna have smell-o-vision, but
I know.
oh my god.
That looks amazing. Once we can, I'm coming over for dinner post-pandemic.
Look at this.
Ooh, that looks delicious.
I'm so excited to eat this.
Oh my gosh. Thank you so much. That was great. I mean, both are quick and easy, and we get in the protein and the carbs and all the stuff we need. It's perfect.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. It was awesome. Thank you. Is your oven off? Safety first.
Yes.
Okay, perfect. All right. Well, please tell everybody where they can find you. And Dr. Jarita has a cookbook.
So you can find me on social media everywhere at the same thing. I'm at Dr. Jarita, and it's doctor spelled out. So it's DoctorJarita, at Dr. Jarita on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. And then my cookbook you can find on Amazon. It's an e-cookbook, Amazon Kindle, and it's called Good Food Now: Tips and Recipes to Save Your Sanity, even when you don't have time for that.
I love that. I love the title. So you heard the lady. Go grab a copy of the cookbook, and you can, rewatch this video for the smoothie and the salmon recipe. And you can find me, Coach Michelle, on my website, which is mindful-marathon.com. And there's lots of great links there. There's a smoothie recipe in my blog as well. I love smoothies. And we'd love to have you on the Mindful Marathon team. So come and train with us and schedule a call to get started. So thank you everyone for being here. Thank you, Dr. Jarita, for your time and for this demonstration. And I hope we can do it again sometime.
Thank you for having me.
It was fun.